All right, talking scatter plots and line of best fit today. A scatter plot is a graph that is going to plot multiple points that don't necessarily line up perfectly. My example in the corner here is the temperature outside versus how much ice cream a ice cream stand sells. They find that the general trend here is the warmer it is outside, the more ice cream they're going to sell. A line of best fit is exactly what it says there. A line that best represents the data. You can't really play connect the dots here. It's going to be a disaster. So what you try to do is draw a line that kind of averages, that best shows the general trend here. Bear with me. This is not going to be wonderful. You would do this with a ruler or a straight edge, but I would take a line here and I would graph it right through the data as best I could, showing the general trend is obviously the warmer it is, the more ice cream you're going to sell. Big issue is about the origin. It does not have to go through the origin. It can, but don't feel like it has to. All right, moving on. Maybe. There we go. Another example here. Looking at the weight of somebody versus their height. I'm not a big fan of this kind of thing, but obviously, when we're talking about height and weight, it's going to be a much higher numbers. Again, general trend here. You've got a idea that the taller somebody is, the more they're going to weigh. So you can use this to kind of accurately predict. In this case, what would be the expected weight of someone who's 150 centimeters tall? We'll find 150. Take it up on the graph here, and it would intersect here. So somebody would be about 55 kilograms, excuse me. On the flip side, expected height from somebody 46 kilograms. Well, again, general trend here would tell us that that person's going to be about 144 centimeters tall. Is it exact? Could there be somebody that isn't exactly on that line? Well, obviously the data says that, but it gives you a general trend and a very close prediction of what it would be. Number 3, obviously, I already answered. What's the relationship between height and weight? Well, obviously, there's a direct correlation that, generally speaking, somebody that's taller is going to weigh more. Another example, general trend of this graph is basketball stats, that they find that the idea of the more minutes somebody plays, the more points they're going to score. This one would go through the origin. I know they stop, but technically it would go through the origin by the fact that you can have, if somebody plays 0 minutes, they're going to score 0 points. So that is actually a data point that you could make. But again, the general trend here is going up. How many points would you expect someone if they played 24 minutes? Well, 24 minutes on here would be about 17, 18 points would be expected. Last example, I wanted to find one that's going down. I don't know how accurate this data is today, probably an old graph, but the general trend here is the older somebody is, the less emails they get per day. Again, I don't know how accurate this would be today, but you certainly can see that the line doesn't always have to go up. I'm 43 years old, so I find myself to be about, right here in the general idea. You would say probably 16, 17 emails a day. And I'll tell you right now, that's not accurate. I get plenty more than that. But hopefully you follow the basic idea of a scatter plot and then drawing a line that best averages that data so that we can make some predictions about what the data is saying. Hope you followed along, and we will see you tomorrow.